What's going on, people? Welcome back. Onlyfacts Sports Podcast. You already know what it is. We're on the road to 5K. We're halfway there. So please do like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Whether you agree, disagree, let's beef it out, blood. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones.
Nah, ain't no beef, bro. Peace.
Nah, man, I'm on a madness, bro. Before my visa gets here, I'm on a madness. They ain't trying to give me my visa, you know. I'm
So
gonna
what
try to do it
happened?
again, man. It's got declined.
You
But
got
they-
declined.
Yeah, but they ain't told me why. I'm gonna try it again.
You might have to go to the embassy, bro.
Which embassy?
US embassy, blood.
Nah, I don't want to do all that.
Because then you get someone who has a visa, who's had a visa for X amount of time, can write on your behalf and say X, Y, Z, bro.
Like you.
Yeah, I don't
I
mind.
swear.
Bro. Yeah,
Nah,
bro, I
say
don't
no more,
mind.
say no more, say
I
no
don't
more.
mind, bro.
We've got a big week of boxing coming up. Drama. The season starting this season as well, the Premier League season.
You know
Back.
what's so mad? Like, the last 2 weeks have been so dead.
Yeah.
Just in general, like,
Summertime, innit?
yeah, so it's weird because it's like I don't even remember how to be excited for things anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. White Itoma's getting me excited. I'm not going to lie.
Pause.
Yeah, that's mad.
That's mad.
That's mad.
fam.
We need a pause counter. And obviously Arsenal United.
Yeah.
Two
I mean,
teams
to
that-
be fair, we couldn't have asked for a bit. In terms
Better
of,
opening
we
to
couldn't
the
have asked
season.
for a better opening to the season, bro.
Yeah. I think it's important for both teams to start with a game that will not allow either team to be complacent.
Facts. Start as you mean to go along, as they say, innit? So,
100%.
but yeah, man, I want to talk about the White and Itauma topic first.
Let's talk about it. White getting much disrespected.
I'll be real, bro. I'm just gonna set it off like Queen Latifah,
It's
yeah.
Queen Latifah and set it off, yeah.
Like Queen Latifah. I'll just set it off, bro. I actually feel like Moses Itauma's in trouble. He's in big trouble. Let me talk. I'll give you
Go on.
two reasons why I think he's in big trouble. Now, I could have egg on my face. I could be eating crow, all of that. But I genuinely believe that psychologically, he's been put in a false sense of security. I think people generally don't understand that Dillian Whyte loves this position. He loves the position of
Wildfire.
pause. He loves the place of being the underdog.
Well, he
Everybody
talks about it all
writing
the
him off.
time. It's not even just that he loves it. He's always been in this situation. So he's very comfortable in this situation. Whereas
Facts.
Moses hasn't, you know...
Everybody expects him to win. And it's like, what have you done to just deserve that
Well,
right?
I was going to say this. I think the fight is maybe a 50-50 if we're going on recent performances from both fighters. However, I do feel that Moses Itauma is very overrated. I saw Barry Jones?
With Dillian Whyte.
With Dillian Whyte.
Yeah.
Is that Barry Jones,
Barry
yeah?
Jones.
And Barry Jones is just sucking him off, yeah? Which is fine. He's the next British prospect. You want to big him up. That's no problem. I've got no problem with that. I don't even mind you giving him tomato cans to fight, 13 fights in. No problem with any of this.
Because he's young.
He's young. But the stuff that Barry Jones was saying was just not true.
Yeah,
he
facts.
said that we've seen him like downloading data from fighters and working them out. And what do you have to work out against Dempsey McKean that you knocked out in 2
And
rounds?
to keep it real-
We've never seen this.
To keep it real, bro, I watched Dillian Whyte and Moses Itauma face off.
Yeah.
That told me everything I need to know. That told me everything I need to know. Bro, Dillian Whyte still was bossing. Like, he still had the air of, I'm a bad man.
He's always going to.
No, let me, he's always going to, but the guys who's beaten him, specifically in the case of Tyson Fury didn't relinquish that power. Moses Itauma did. And it was almost like, bro, I don't think people understand. Psychologically, Moses Itauma's gonna have to go through something he's probably never had to go through, bro. This is not Lawrence Okoli in a sparring. This is a man who's literally gonna run up in your, like, bro, you could be the baddest man ever. Like, Nick, you probably met certain man that will punch you up in terms of physical ability. But they ain't got that, bro. They ain't got that. And when that switch flicks, bro, there's no gym that you can find that in.
Dillian Whyte has only lost to Povetkin, Fury, and AJ, all of whom
Former world champions.
are former world champions, and all of whom were in their prime at the time that they...
He beat Povetkin back.
Yeah, he beat Povetkin back, but I'd say even when Povetkin beat him, that should be chalked off because Povetkin's last 10 years of record is gone because of all the steroid use. But even so, that was one of the best versions of Povetkin we've ever seen. It was a young, spiteful AJ, and it was a Fury that was coming off of the Deontay Wilder wins, and it was super confident. Maybe not a prime Fury, but
I wouldn't say it was the best Povetkin we ever seen. But the reason why that fight is so relevant,
best performance we've seen, one of the best performances I've seen.
But the reason why I wouldn't say that fight is so relevant to this is because it was almost like Dillian Whyte was trying to fight Povetkin before his last hurrah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But
and it's like Moses Itauma's trying to fight Dillian Whyte before his last hurrah.
But not even just that. I'm saying that he's only lost to top level opposition.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many... The way that we're gassing Moses Itauma, we just haven't seen anything to even justify the level of gas. He's young, he's exciting, he's powerful. Let's just leave it there. That's exciting on its own. All this talk about downloading data, haven't seen it. Unbelievable footwork, haven't really seen it.
Haven't needed to see it.
Ability to cut off, that's what I'm saying, we haven't seen it yet. Ability to cut off the ring, we haven't seen it. We're just seeing guys go in there and get started in round 1 or 2.
There's going to be a bunch of skills that he's going to have to use that he's never had to use before.
Correct.
One of those skills is when that first bell goes, forget the jab and your technical ability. Here is a man who knows this is his last chance. This ain't a man who, you know, is coming there for a payday. He knows this is his last chance. But more importantly, he knows you respect me. Because, bro, if you watch that face-off, I advise everybody to watch that face-off. Everybody...
Is that where AJ lost it against the bar?
No, it's different. It's different.
It might have been, though, because the bar weren't...
No, but the reason why I'm saying it is because Moses was forced to respect Dillian. He said he respected Dillian, but he was forced to respect Dillian. Like, he was like, bro, I hear what he's saying. Like, bro, he was almost looking at Dillian like he's his big brother.
Yeah.
And there is a time where big bro loses to little bro. But there is also a time where little bro gets beaten up by big bro. And I feel like this might be that time, bro. I genuinely, like, I've been saying this to my brother. My brother's like, bro, Moses Itauma going to knock Dillian Whyte out. I'm like, there's a chance. But I'm like, bro, there's a chance where we look at that fight and think, bro, that was a bit too early for Moses.
The thing is, we know what we're going to get from Dillian. We know what Dillian looks like in various positions throughout a fight. We know what he looks like early. We know what he looks like in the middle rounds. We've seen him get off the canvas. We know what he looks like in the late rounds. We've seen him... Dylan's also somebody whose power carries late.
Facts.
We've seen him knock people out in the 11th round, 12th round. With Moses Itauma, there's a world where Moses Itauma goes in and just cracks Dillian and he's gone in the second round. 100%, I can see that happening, no problem. But we don't know what his chin is like. We don't know what his stamina is like.
We don't know his strength.
We don't know his physical strength. We don't know if his power carries into the late rounds. We don't know any of these things. Do you know what I mean? The key thing for me is Dylan's hand speed. Hand speed is almost completely gone. He looks very, very slow.
Facts.
And I don't know if Moses tries to go and get him out of there early or if Dillian tries to go and get Moses out of there early. Because if he lets Moses get his rhythm and his time in, then it can be a really easy night.
An easy night. But the reason why I feel like it's not going to be one of those type of fights is purely and simply because there's something we also have to talk about in a second, but it's purely and simply because I know Dillian might be completely shot. He might be completely shot. Yeah. So you can
fighting off instinct.
Like, literally, he might be completely shot. But if he's completely shot, I feel like Dillian knows he's completely shot as well. So just like when you see Derek Chisora play possum in the corner, and because he knows he don't have the legs to cut off the ring like he used to, I feel like Moses is gonna have to do a great job making Dillian fight his fight, because I feel like Dillian now is aware of his limitations. Whereas I don't think he was before. When you look at the Dillian that fought Tyson Fury, because he's had the losses, because he's had the tough fights, because he's not looked that great in his recent comeback fights, I feel like he's like, alright, cool, I know what I can't do. So I'm only going to focus on what I can do.
But also, for someone like Tyson Fury, we give him a lot of bail that when he puts in a shit performance against Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallen, we say, well, not we, but his fans say, well, he can't get motivated for those fights. But you give him someone to motivate him, you'll see the best Tyson Fury. And maybe that's true. Maybe it's the same thing with Dillian. Do you know I mean? He's going to beat Tete that he knows he's going to beat fighting in Portugal or wherever the fuck they fought. But now you're giving him a young lion, you're writing him off.
You're almost creating the ingredients.
You don't want to motivate him. If he's already half beaten and unmotivated, beat him half beaten and unmotivated.
Facts.
Do not bring him into a situation. Get him motivated and make the fight harder for yourself.
Facts. I mean, bro, if you to put a gun to my head and ask me who I'm predicting to win this fight, I'm gonna say it, bro. I'm predicting Dillian Whyte to win this fight, bro. And let me tell you, bro.
So many unanswered questions just for me, for both sides.
There's so many unanswered questions, but I just feel like when it comes down to it, and when the chips fall as they fall, I feel like Dillian has got this.
Dylan's a gritty fighter.
Dylan's got this. Do you know what I'm saying? Dylan's got
Tyson
that.
Fury is the only person who beat Dillian easily.
Facts.
Povetkin beat Dillian and it was hard, and he
came off the canvas.
And he came off the canvas. AJ
was
rocked heavily and had to fight back. And also Dillian went on to beat Povetkin before and also beat AJ in the amateurs.
Yeah.
I mean, so both those guys
he beat Parker.
Both those guys are 1-1.
You know
He would be the first person to drop Parker.
Yeah, first person to drop Parker.
Yeah.
Knocked Dillian Derek Chisora out cold. Like
he said in his recent interview, he said, bro, he's like, Derek Chisora called me and I had to tell him, bro, the last time I fought you, I nearly ended your life.
Literally.
That's what he said. Yeah, why am I taking advice from you? I nearly ended your life.
Literally. Bro,
I think the scariest thing for me fighting Dillian is the fact that his power carries late. And there's unanswered questions about the state of Dillian Whyte at this point.
Facts.
And there's unanswered questions about the overall ability of Moses
Itauma.
Itauma. He's got quick hands. He hits hard. But
I'm not trying to buy the sparring stories, bro. I've heard 100 sparring stories.
I don't care about sparring stories. I don't care about sparring stories. It's just irrelevant. Do you know what I'm saying? I've sparred like not world champions. I've sparred British and European champions in this country and felt like I held my own. But that's on a Saturday night in front of 60,000 people, they would probably whoop me. Do you know what I mean? Not even probably. They would definitely whoop me. Do you know what I mean? Some of my boys play football in League One and they come to my Monday Sevens game and I don't look terrible compared to them. But I can't play League One because they're not fighting and sparring are two different things.
Trust me, bro. When them lights go on,
man's heard these Martin Bacoli stories.
Yeah, facts.
Man's heard these.
Yeah, bro.
Man's heard all the stories
about sparring. But another thing that's been gaining a lot of traction, why people are writing him off, is people are saying that because Buddy McGirt said he doesn't watch Moses Itauma.
I was going to ask you about that. Do you believe that, first of all?
Bro, that's why you do what you do.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube, on other channels that I've been on, including this one as well, I've openly said I believe Buddy McGirt is the best coach in boxing. I've said it. I've been saying it. I've always said it, based on so many factors. If you want to ask me why I could do a video on it or whatever, like DM me or whatever, that's not what this video is about. But I've said it multiple times. Mm-hmm. Buddy McGirt is the best coach in the sport. Mm-hmm. One of the things he does better than anyone is he can go into a camp instantly, like one fight in, and create a game plan that is tailor-made for your opponent.
He's probably better in his first 1 or 2 fights in the camp
versus
like 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
One of the most famous ones was obviously Kovalev got knocked out by Alvarez in the 6th or 7th round. He came in one camp, Kovalev outboxed Alvarez in the next fight and won every single round. And to answer your question, do I believe him? Hell no. Yeah. I don't believe him. It's mind
games, isn't it?
The reason why I don't believe him is because everything I know of Buddy McGirt, one of his greatest abilities is to create game plans for fights.
I took it, knowing Buddy McGirt, I took it as a dig at Itauma, not necessarily just Itauma himself, but also the level of Itauma's opposition. Of like, why would I, Buddy McGirt, be watching Itauma versus Dempsey
McKean?
What would I be watching?
What am I gaining here?
So like, it was more. I didn't think, oh my god, he's never seen it. The comments were filled with that.
Facts.
Timestamps. Did he say that? My first feeling was shots for. I'm a hip hop fan. That was like a subtle jab.
Yeah,
that was a jab.
You don't understand, bro. This is the guy.
And also,
Kovalev,
we know that Itauma's coming in as the young favorite. So do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put as much pressure on him as possible. That's why Dylan's saying, bro, you're gonna knock me out. I'm just food, man. You're just gonna come beat me up. I'm
Facts.
an old man. You're the star. We're gonna put as much pressure on you as possible. If you don't knock me out in 4 rounds, you're terrible. Even if you knock me out in the 8th round, you're terrible.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna put enough pressure on you. Enough pressure. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've been in there with the 3 kind of dominant, well, I guess Wilder has to be in there as well, but Usyk, Fury, Wilder, and
Parker.
and AJ were like the 4 guys of this era. Do you mean you've been
No,
there
no,
with
Usyk. Before Usyk was Parker.
before Usyk, it's these man. I've been in there with 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
3 of the 4 I've been in there with. Do you know what I'm saying? I've beaten one of them in the amateurs, albeit it wasn't
one
the
of
pros.
them in the pros.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, and beating one of them in the pros. Like, I'm an experienced guy, and the disrespect, do you know what I'm saying? Like, when it was Dillian Whyte versus Chisora, it wasn't even this level of disrespect.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why it's seen as so one-sided. I do think maybe there's an element that, not the Tete performance, but we know a lot of people in this country do not watch boxing outside the UK.
Facts.
So how many people watched him fight Tete? And how many people have heard he looked a bit sluggish against Tete and have run with that narrative that I guarantee you ask them, like, what happened in round 6? They can't tell you. They didn't watch the fight. They didn't sit down and watch the fight.
Slugfest, boy.
Do you know what I'm saying? They couldn't tell you. So, you know, I think
But the Buddy McGirt thing, I'm not buying it, bro. I'm not buying it.
But again, a lot of people in this country don't know Buddy McGirt. They don't know his resume. They don't know how great he is.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
So
like,
if
bro,
they did, it would obviously be like, you'd obviously know it's a joke.
Facts.
But you don't even know who he is.
That's genuinely what it is. Like, even when I'm hearing people ask Dylan, and Dylan's like, bro, Buddy McGirt's lived in the 1900s where there was no TV. But bro, like, when people talk about Buddy McGirt in a derogatory manner, I'm like, bro, do you not know who you're talking about, bro?
He's better
It's
than
like,
any English coach as
yeah,
well.
like this, we're not talking about Pep.
Yeah.
It's like talking about Pep. It's like talking about Pep in this derogatory way, but we're talking about like flipping Mourinho in that way. Like, bro, you have to actually or Ancelotti.
Understand who you're talking about, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
one of the
understand what I've done in this game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, understand. Like, this Buddy's not, you know what I'm saying?
If it was the case that he hadn't seen Itauma fight, that wouldn't even matter because he's one of the great. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if City were playing Sunderland and Pep said I didn't watch Sunderland in pre-season, that wouldn't make a difference to how much you thought that City were going to smoke.
And I feel like people also, he was very selective. He said, I have never watched Moses Itauma. He didn't say, I'm not going to watch Moses Itauma.
But he also said, I've never seen any of these young man's fights. That could mean I didn't see them live. That could mean that I watched.
Yeah, he might be watching it for this camp.
Yep.
He might be watching it for just
could have watched
camp,
it on YouTube,
but he just didn't watch it before.
Because you weren't a name before you started. Before you came to fight Dillian,
As you
you weren't a
said,
name.
he's just doing it to like, bro, you're a little man. Why am I watching you?
Why would I? What fight would Buddy McGirt, without managing Dillian Whyte, have watched live for Moses Itauma? Here in England, Moses Itauma is a big name. Over in America and other places, man ain't watching him like that.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's not what it is. There's a fight on this Jaron Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, and there's any of Itauma's fights. I'm not watching that.
No, facts.
Do you know
Why am
what I
I
mean?
Moses?
Now you've come across my desk. I'm gonna do my game tape.
Facts.
But
that's what I think people have missed. People are like, oh, how's your coach not watching him?
It's because they're so entrenched in English culture. So in English boxing right now, Moses Itauma is a hot name. You could go across America right now with a picture of Moses Itauma and ask people who he is. A lot of people are not going to. Unless you're a die-hard boxing fan.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But as you said, what fight is it?
Never headlined.
Yeah.
Never had this first headline.
Yeah.
We know that can be spooky
Facts.
for a lot of people.
And plus, the biggest thing is the Saudi jinx. That's the biggest thing.
Has he got another fight announced?
When Saudi...
So has he got another... does he have a fight announced though?
Bro, I don't know, but when Saudi put money...
Itauma, if I can give you one piece of advice, do not let Turkey announce your next fight, next opponent.
Fam.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, bro.
Because that will be the curse.
Trust me.
That will be the curse.
He's done it like 3 times. Madrimov lost. He done it with Ryan Garcia lost. And there was another time he done it as well.
Done it with Hamza Shiraz.
Hamza Shiraz.
He controversially won.
Yeah, no, draw.
He drew.
And he done it with Wilder and AJ. Because remember, Wilder and AJ was supposed to fight, then Wilder lost to flipping...
Did it with Devin.
Yeah, Ryan lost, didn't
Ryan and Devin, yeah.
So, bro, yeah, that Saudi curse might be real.
Has he fought in Saudi before?
Dylan has,
and Itauma hasn't. Maybe Itauma has on the undercard?
Maybe Dempsey McKean was in Saudi.
Maybe, yeah, I feel like maybe. Because we watched that live.
Yeah. Dempsey might be in Saudi.
And remember, and listen, one brother is not another brother. But remember, there was also all this noise about his brother, who's at a lower weight class, who lost in his pro debut.
Facts.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I think that was on the channel. We were live. I can't remember what undercard that was on.
I remember we were live.
We were live. It must have been a Fury undercard. It must have been because it would have been a Queensbury.
It was a Queensbury show, but yeah, God knows.
Who else would Queensbury got when we would have been live 2 years ago?
Oh, a year ago.
It must have been, or a year ago. It must have been a Fury undercard.
I don't think so though. Regardless, doesn't matter.
Regardless, but yeah, like, do you know what I mean? So we've heard these stories before, and we'll see. We will see. I'm leaning towards
Moses
Itauma in the middle rounds. I think that Moses Itauma round 5, 6.
If Dillian, what do you think of Dillian's shape? People are saying
he's in great shape, but Dillian's an athletic guy. The shape is
but
not.
Sometimes he's looking fat. Sometimes when he fights,
it depends on who he thinks. It depends on who he thinks he's fighting. Before he fought, we know Dillian. We know his psychology. Yeah, we don't know him personally, but he's Jamaican, innit?
Yeah.
How confident on a 1 to 10 was he that he'd knock out Tete?
Obviously, yeah, high, innit?
10. Yeah. I mean, how confident is he can just walk through Itauma?
Not that high.
2 or 3? You've got to be training hard.
Yeah,
because he knows it's going to be a tough fight.
Facts.
He knows it's going to be a tough fight. He's got trauma from the light skinned dons already. Do you know what I'm saying? So he knows it's going to be a tough fight. And it's back home on home soil. If he lost to Tete, but like it's in front of a British crowd. If he lost to Tete, he can kind of just.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's been tough. It's been a tough road for him. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing is with him, he wants respect. I think more if you could give him a world title, but he's seen as a little man, or you could give him or he could get the respect. He wants the respect. Proper Jamaican, he wants the respect. He wants the respect.
Like, you know when Dizzy Russell said, I better make you respect me.
Yeah.
Look
at the names that were offered to him. He was offered the AJ. According to him, he said he was offered AJ. He said he offered Chisora.
I don't believe twice. I think he was. I know he was offered a Coley, and I know he was offered Chisora, but I don't think he was offered AJ. Cause he would have taken that. He would have taken that AJ fight.
No, but he said AJ was injured. He goes, there was talks about AJ, and then AJ got injured. So he's looking at this guy like, yo, you fighting me is a career opportunity for you. It's not a career opportunity for me.
That's what I was saying. Because, bro, for me, I'm very, very, I love watching like face-offs.
I like the psychological side of the sport.
Because boxing is all about psychology. Like, if people don't know that, boxing is all about psychology. That's one of the reasons why I could never be a professional boxer. Because if I went onto the pads, there wouldn't be a disparity between me and I can throw every punch correctly.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this and this, bro, you can't buy that.
Shane don't like getting hit.
No, I don't.
Shane don't get no licks as a youth, so he's not molded.
I'm not on that. I'm not getting no. You think I'm making a man box me in my face for free? That's not happening, bro.
I used to be so scared of my parents when I was younger. Yeah, one time I think I told you this. The teacher was gonna call home, and I got into a fight. Yeah, and I thought the telephone line ran like that underneath the ground, innit? So I tried to run home and beat the telephone line to answer the phone. Like, I'm
so done.
That's it.
Bruv.
I got home and got back up.
One of them ones where, bruv, for me, you had to pay my phone bill to phone my
But my dad's house had a payphone for the landline.
I swear.
On my grandma's life. There was a payphone for the landline. You had to put P's in to call out.
Oh, swear that.
Ghetto, you know.
Yeah, facts.
That Jamaican side of the side.
Yeah, facts.
But trust me, bro. Shout out to my parents, bro. But they were broke man up, blood. No banter.
But
do you want to go into football or do you want to stick on boxing?
Might as well just stick to football and then close it on that, innit?
All right, cool. Sunday, the opening. What are you looking at?
Stick to boxing.
You said you might as well stick to football and then close.
Yeah. Wait.
You said you might as well stick to football.
So I'm gonna say you might as well stick to boxing.
Okay, cool. Forget Sunday. Your boy Jaron Ennis.
Yeah,
This is a guy that you've put a lot of stocks into.
A lot.
This is the guy you said is the next.
First. I was one of the first people putting stock in Boots, bro.
I'm going outside as well with Keyshawn Davis, but that's a whole other conversation.
Hey.
But you were the first guy. You were bigging up
Boots.
Jaron, and he's moving up to 154, which is good. There was talk about Josh Kelly. We were not super excited for Josh Kelly, you know what? Fine, cool. There's an Eddie Hearn connection there. Maybe an easy fight to get done. Then Josh Kelly's doing the rounds on TalkSport, fuming that they've gone away from him because he's going to fight. I think Josh Kelly thought, if you're not fighting me, you must be fighting Ortiz because that's the big name. So I was like, oh, sick. Josh Kelly's upset. He's out the picture. It must be Ortiz. That's what I thought as a fan.
And obviously, Eddie done the press. You know what's mad? Because the chain of events was so mad. You had a Josh Kelly where the fans were disappointed. But then to save face, Eddie Hearn went on every press conference that, but we signed for Ortiz.
Yes.
We've signed the Ortiz fight.
Yes.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
Like,
and then people thought as a 2-fight deal, Josh Kelly and Ortiz is
you know
not
what?
terrible.
We don't
Fine.
mind.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that Ortiz conversations went down because he won back the audience. And then I don't even know who beat. Bro, you're gonna have to find their brother's name. I don't even know this guy. I've never heard of this guy in my life. What's the guy's? And this is me saying I've never heard of him. What's his name?
Is it on his box rec?
Yeah, it should be.
Let's have a look at Ennis's box rec and see.
What's this guy's name?
Lima, Usma Lima, Uisma Lima.
Let me see.
14-1.
Let me see.
From Angola, Portugal.
Let me see who this guy's for.
Excellent.
So he lost to Aaron McKenna. So that's telling you everything you need to know.
What year was that? Last year? 2 years ago?
2 years ago, he lost to Aaron McKenna. And Aaron McKenna is a decent fighter. Aaron McKenna, we just watched him beat Liam Smith the other day. Aaron McKenna is a decent fighter.
But not someone you'd think his boots is.
Yeah.
level.
So the fact that you are fighting someone,
Is
Aaron McKenna fought.
Is Aaron McKenna the same level as Josh Kelly or a level above?
I'd probably say same level as Josh Kelly.
Yeah. So
someone who
Josh,
Aaron McKenna fought 2 years ago and beat.
Yeah.
That's who you're fighting. Bro, I'm a big Jaron Ennis fan and I'm still a big Jaron Ennis fan. But that's not good enough, bro. That's not good enough. That's not good enough, bro. Because for me, I was like, you know what? It's Josh Kelly. I would have given you a pass for it because Josh Kelly's got a good name. He still was highly touted.
This is going to be the first time this guy's even fought in America. They're bringing him over. That's how mad it is. He's not even there already. He had his debut. He had his debut against another guy's debut. That was in Spain. Then Portugal, Spain, Cardiff, Glasgow, Bethnal Green. He fought Aaron McKenna at York Hall. Germany, Toronto, and then South Africa.
Rotted. This guy's got
the
bare
first
stamps on his passport.
This is the first time he's actually even going to be fighting in North America.
But for me...
Oh, sorry, in the United States, sorry.
Yeah, again, I have to keep emphasizing, I rate beats. But listen, bro, this is a shit move to me.
But
this
it's one of them, once again,
move to
it's
me.
like, it's not quite like Tank to the extreme, because he's moving to a new weight class, whatever. But it's like, we back some of these fighters more than they back themselves.
Bro, I say that all the time, you know. Man, them have more, as fans, we might have more, because, bro, why fight this guy? There's no benefit to fight this guy, bro.
He's 32 years old, this
like
guy.
And it's not even like,
Boots is 28.
It's not even like, Nick, you need a comeback fight because you're coming off a loss. You just beat Stanionis, your career best performance. The moment, this just
I was going to look at this guy's stats in terms of reach and height. It's not even on there. They ain't even got it registered. I was going to try and look at some, you know.
I don't see what is going on here. What the flip is going on here? Who's to blame for this?
And once again, the bigger picture is that this does not prepare you for Ortiz.
Nope.
If you go out there and you whoop him 12-0, doesn't prepare you for Ortiz. If you go out there and knock him out in the third round, it don't prepare you for Ortiz. And if you go out there and have a really ugly scrap and scrape through, that definitely don't prepare you for Ortiz. So this is a no-win situation.
Honestly,
you might as well fight Josh Kelly.
You might as well have stayed at 47.
Yeah.
Honestly, I genuinely don't see, because you know the wickedest thing? This fight isn't even a fight that you win that will make it look better when you fight Ortiz. You know, you have them fights where if you win, you're going into the Ortiz fight with bad boy momentum.
Yes. Yeah.
It ain't even one of those.
No.
It ain't even one of those.
You could have got that from 47.
Facts. You know how like Brian Norman Jr. got the knockout of the year and he's going into the Devin Haney fight with momentum. This fight ain't gonna do this for you, bro. Who's to blame? I don't know. Is Eddie Hearn to blame for this? Who's to blame for this?
You probably go into the fight with Ortiz you probably go into the fight with Ortiz, the underdog.
The underdog.
Because you're fighting this guy. It could have been seen as a 50-50 fight if you had a different. Obviously, Ortiz already been at 54. He's always going to have the advantage. But had you taken
Josh
Kelly, even someone a bit easier at 54, you could have even someone who's seen as dangerous at 47.
Fact.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know, you could have still got it.
I genuinely don't see. I genuinely don't see the benefit for this fight. Nobody, and I'm gonna send this to the people who I want to send it to. But someone has to explain to me what the benefit is for this fight. I don't understand the benefit, bro.
Who do you put this down to? Like, is this Ennis himself? Is this Eddie?
Ennis, for me.
Is this his dad?
Ennis is getting blamed. Ennis is taking 100% the blame.
Jaron Ennis himself?
Jaron Ennis is taking 100% the blame. And I'll tell you why. Because when he didn't take the Teofimo Lopez fight, he said that the negotiations didn't take place with me and I didn't know anything about it. It was with... So he said after that, anything that you hear from me, unless it comes from me, don't believe it. So this comes from you. You posted it. This is you. So I'm taking you at face value because for me, it's like you turned down. These were the fights that were on the table.
You could have scraped through a Teofimo Lopez fight and been better prepared for Virgil.
You could have fought Brian Norman Jr. You could have moved up to 54 and fought Josh Kelly. You could have moved up to 54 and fought Madrimov. Bro, do you know what I'm saying? You could have moved up to 54 bro, there's so many people at 54 you could have moved up and fought. Because it's not like you're moving up to 54 without a decent name. Do you know what I'm saying? You could have stayed at 47. You could, like, there's so many. I just genuinely don't see the benefit. There's nobody who can tell me where this benefits you. What it screams of is you got a big money fight with Ortiz on the table and you don't want to take a risk.
That could be another Saudi curse.
But it could be a Saudi curse.
He ain't gonna lose
to this guy. But where it shows me that, as you said earlier, how much confidence do you have in you?
Well, it looks like if you're a Teofimo Lopez fan, you could see those guys being like, why are you ducking Teofimo? Because you haven't left for anything.
Well, literally.
Fair enough, yeah, you could make the argument
eventually I'm going to
fight Virgil. But between now and when you actually fight Virgil, it's going to look like... And you'd have to beat Virgil. If you lose to Virgil, then the whole thing looks shaky.
And also, Virgil doesn't even have a world title.
Yeah. So
it's not like you're fighting Virgil for... It's just big money.
Who are the world champions at 54? Barrios?
No, that's 47. Oh. Barkram, Fondora's got one. I think Crawford has one, but he's going to eventually give it up. Yeah. Barkram and Xander Zayas. He just won the WBO the other day. Yeah. So...
And Virgil and Tellez are both interim, WBC and WBA.
Yeah, so for me, so
it looks like Virgil's probably going to fight Fundora at some point.
Probably, but I think Virgil's going to wait for the fight
for a vacant.
No, he's going to wait for the Boots fight.
Yeah,
because for me, I feel like that division is lit. They're focusing on the money fights because even I heard Charlo's coming back and Charlo might fight flipping. Who did? Furman at 54.
I don't mind people doing the money fights like Conor Benn and Eubank. I'm not mad at it, but it does mean that some world champions are going to be holding their belts for a lot longer than maybe they deserve to.
Well, I can't say nothing about Fundora. He just fought Tim Tszyu, so I can't say anything about him. And I know Barkram's about to fight Erickson Lubin, which that's a shit fight. But even if at least it's a name that I know. Yeah. Bro, who is this guy, bro? Like, bro. Eddie and Boots, all of you lot are... It's a disgusting fight, bro. This
could potentially slow down his development.
I think it will.
Yeah.
And when you ask, is it his dad's fault? Well, you got to take some blame as well, bro. You all have to take blame, bro. Yeah. You all have to take the blame. Yeah. Like, for me, I am a fan of Boots, and I still feel like it's a bit of maybe this guy's a bit nervous.
Yeah. This, like I said, this is going to be his 35th pro fight. And he's going against someone with 14 pro fights. Stanionis had 15, but Stanionis is well thought of.
Yeah, facts.
But this is probably, I'm just going through.
Stinks, bro.
It's one of his lowest level opponents. I guess Damian Fernandez had 13 fights, only 12 wins at the time. But this is probably the least experienced fighter. And if we go back, he's got Journeyman who got a lot of losses, but a lot of wins on their record as well. This is their lowest. This is his lowest level.
And I'm sorry to bring it back to people like Devin. But Devin's first fight at 147 is Brian Norman Jr. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't...
Devin consistently picks the hardest fights.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't paint one person with one brush and paint the other.
Brian Norman. You can't beat... Who did he beat at 140?
Who?
Devin in his last fight.
He lost in... Oh, he beat Ramirez.
Can't beat Ramirez and then move up to 147 and fight someone we've never heard of.
Facts.
From Venezuela.
Yeah, bro.
Could you imagine what would
What's
happen?
the point?
Could
Bro?
you imagine
Specifically when you had other fights on the table.
Could you imagine what happened if he didn't fight Shakur and he didn't fight Tank and then he went and fought?
He didn't fight
Brian Norman Jr.
He
didn't fight any of these guys.
Teofimo Lopez.
Didn't fight any of these guys and went and fought some random Venezuelan guy with 15 fights.
And I would actually excuse him. You know why?
Yeah,
he came off a bad performance.
Yeah.
You came off a...
He's still recovering from the...
Boots came off an all-time great performance. Yeah. This is his best career performance.
This should be the most confident that you are.
Fact.
First of all, this is the most confident that you are.
That's the point. That's the point.
First of all, you should be feeling like you should go and fight Ortiz. And if you're not going to fight Ortiz, you should be fighting someone that's a good test that could show. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
Coming off the last performance that Itauma had, he wants Dillian Whyte. That's a good test for this stage in his career.
Facts.
Dillian Whyte's not there, but Itauma's on his build-up. That's a good test for him. Do you know what I'm saying? We're having a conversation right now as to whether or not he's bitten off more than he can chew.
Facts.
There's no jeopardy in this fight.
Yeah, because...
Would this even be a headliner?
Boots has actually reached the stage where he's selecting his opponents because obviously his name's big enough to where he can turn and accept fights.
Turn into Tank.
So that's my point. Like you're at the stage where you can select fights now. And it's like... You almost got to the promised land and you're like, bro, I ain't doing nothing to risk this.
But Tank's a world champion. This guy's not even a world champion at 154.
I don't even know who this guy is.
But not this guy. I'm talking about Boots. Boots ain't even a world champ. Canelo does the same thing. He's been cherry picking opponents for years, but Canelo's undisputed at 168. Yeah. He's got belts. He's got some jeopardy. He's got to world elite level.
Fact.
And then he started doing that. These men conquer their city and then their state, and then they stay there. Tank is always going to sell out and make millions in Baltimore, so he just stays there. Tank goes to Vegas and shit like that. Yeah. Jaron Ennis is even worse. He doesn't have a world title at 154,
nope.
And he's just fighting in Philly. He's going to make my man probably come all the way to... Is we fighting Philly as well? Of course it is. So, do you know what I'm saying? So you're just going to... Because you make enough money from Philadelphia, you're just going to keep flying man over to Philadelphia and beating them.
Facts.
If you were a boxing fan in Philadelphia, this might be partly your fault because you man are allowing him to do this.
Facts.
It's like Mexicans keep on buying tickets to Canelo fights on Cinco de Mayo. We know Cinco de Mayo, he's got to fight someone.
Doesn't matter who it is. Because you know what it is, like, I don't even have to pay my opponents that much. As long as I got 15, 16, 17 or however many thousand people in it,
correct,
I'm going to make my food anyway.
100%.
So the easier the opponent, the better.
100%. And like you said before, one of the key things Jaron Ennis needed to do to develop as a fighter is not fight in Philadelphia.
I said that.
You said that.
I said that.
Not Philly, not New York, not New Jersey, somewhere away from the East Coast, so by the time he comes to Virgil, you don't want to fight Virgil after this guy in Saudi.
Or Vegas.
Saudi's even worse. A different time zone, different food. Not all of your friends and family can come. That's even worse.
But that's why he's literally built a wedge between him and flipping... Turkey.
Yeah.
You hear what Turkey said? He's like, when I wanted to give him the Virgil fight, I wanted to make the Virgil fight next. Boots said he wants a tune-up. He said, bro, I'm not a charity.
100%.
He's like, bro, I ain't no charity, bro. You can go make that money with Eddie.
Yep.
I'm not a charity, bro.
That's one of the most, I know boxing statements that Turkey... Because Turkey, I don't feel like knows boxing well.
Facts.
But... That
was a gangster statement.
That was a gangster statement still.
I had to rate Turkey when he said that. And I like Boots, but bro, as a Boots fan, this ain't acceptable.
He's not conducting himself.
This ain't acceptable, bro.
He's not conducting himself the way you want to see. In terms of Battle of the Light Skins, I feel this next topic is like borderline disrespectful.
To who?
To Femi.
You think so?
When Don Charles' little man's son was trying to be rude to Usyk...
Well, we don't know if it's his real son.
I don't care.
But go on.
When that side man was trying to be rude to Usyk, he looks like a Lego, that brother.
Oh my days.
When he was trying to be rude to Usyk, I said, when have we ever seen somebody's security guard, entourage, whatever you want to call him, because you weren't in the ring. You're not a fighter. Whatever you want to call yourself, you're not a fighter.
Yeah.
So... this professional boxing, if you're not a fighter,
you're just
over there.
You're just relevant as me.
You could have caught 10 bodies in Chicago. It don't matter. You're just over there. Yeah. So when him over there was being rude to Usyk, I said, what other time would one of them man over there challenge an undisputed heavyweight champion to a street fight? When do we see that happen? Yeah. And in the same way, when have we seen he retired at 175?
Yeah, 175.
When was the last time you saw a 5-year, 7-year,
7 years.
a 7-year retired 175 call out a heavyweight?
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
An ex-world champion heavyweight who's still active.
Right, moving active.
In the hood, innit? We're in East. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when have you seen that?
Never.
That's why I'm saying it's disrespectful. Because it's the first time someone's ever done
I
it.
don't really see the benefit in this for Andre Ward anyway.
That's why it's disrespectful. There's no benefit to you.
You think he's doing it for clout?
No, Andre Ward don't need clout. He's got a very successful podcast. He's known as one of the greats. He can go and get movie roles if he wants to.
I know he was in a Creed movie.
He's in the Creed movie, that's what I'm saying.
And
He's got a lot of clout.
And he does ESPN.
Yeah, he's got loads of clout. He doesn't need the clout. He's got loads of clout. But
so do you think he's genuinely being serious?
It's not a joke. He wasn't laughing. Where's the joke? I think that maybe it's posturing for a Jake Paul fight.
Maybe because they both put their name in the hat for AJ.
They both put their name in the hat for AJ. So I feel like this is strategically, I feel like this is posturing because I think that Ward is more likely for Paul because Ward is probably not going to put him in intensive care or beat him,
facts.
But he's not going to damage him. AJ could potentially retire Jake Paul. From
but
boxing.
You know what though? AJ's partially to blame though.
Yes.
You know why AJ's partially
because he's entertaining it.
That's what I was going to say. The moment you say you're going to fight Jake Paul, you might as well say you're going to fight anyone.
That's what I'm saying.
You've opened the door to this.
Yeah, 100%.
You've opened the door to
like when Gyal replied to your DM on Insta, I'm back and forth flirting, bare, and then you say, well, I'm taking you for drinks. You go, I got a boyfriend. So what are you replying to the DM for?
Literally.
What are you replying for?
Like, bro, what are we doing?
100%.
Like, you just wanted confidence.
But that's why I say it's disrespect because it's like me and you were out and we were two gyal and your gyal likes you and my gyal likes me and then you just mug me off for no reason. You already got a gyal. There's nothing to gain from mugging. There's nothing to gain from this.
Literally.
You'll just throw me under the bus for no reason.
nothing.
AJ's just woken up and gone, rah. What's this all about?
Literally.
For no
I
reason.
thought Andre Wood and AJ was calm.
Yeah, the light skin alliance, innit? The only thing I could think is that this is him trying to move towards a Jake Paul fight.
Then why don't just call out Jake Paul?
I don't know. I think maybe it's like a brand thing. Maybe it's like a brand, do you know what I mean? Because AJ's not seen as one of the greats of all time. Andre Ward is a pound for pound.
That's the question. Do you think AJ could lose to Andre Ward?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
You think so?
I think it's possible.
Nah, I don't think so still.
He's just too big, just the size is just too much.
I think Andre Ward ain't fought in flipping 7 years, blood.
AJ can't throw a punch right now.
Nah,
AJ's faking injuries to stay away from Dubois. And Dubois just got knocked out.
Bruv. But this guy ain't Dubois, bro.
Who?
Andre Ward.
That's what I'm trying to say. He's better.
Not right now.
He's not as dangerous, but...
Not today.
I don't know.
Bruv, Andre Ward... To me, I think Andre Ward done it for Bants. I think Andre Ward done it for Bants, bro.
Nah, you don't call an active boxer out. That's what I'm saying is disrespectful. Because for Bants, man, I'm waking up and say, yo, I'll punch up Nick Francis. For Bants? What kind of Bants is this? What kind of banter is that?
You can't be serious, bro. You can't be serious.
I'd rather someone wake up and put a video on the internet saying I'd smash up Nick from Onlyfacts seriously than for Bants. That's even worse. That's even more disrespectful.
I think.
I called him up. Yo, what'd you say that for? Like, I was bored, innit? Like, nothing weren't going on the internet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Your default setting when you're bored is just disrespect me.
But this is how you know AJ just become a straight victim in the streets.
100%.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. He's got Jake Paul calling him out. He's got Andre Ward. Bro, is he literally that on the ground,
we just watched a man get bruck up in 5 rounds and look around for help, yeah? And his brethren weren't there to help him. And that guy twists up AJ like a Beyblade. So
done.
Do you know what I'm saying? So this is what happens when you're... The only person this doesn't happen to is Canelo. Because his wins all age badly. And no one don't look at him any different.
Facts.
But I feel like, what's this all about? Like, what's this all about?
Honestly, bro, AJ, if I was you, try to get... You're going to need to knock somebody out so you can get some respect, bro.
Would he get any respect from knocking out Jake Paul?
I don't think he'll get respect for knocking out Jake Paul or Andre Ward. But he will knock both of them out, though. I just think he needs to just start knocking man out for a living, like just for fun now. Forget the money thing. But anyone who calls my name, let's get this.
Like when he tried to bully them little youths in the uni room.
Bro. Like, because man, them are just violating him, bro.
Yeah, nah. AJ's
Everybody sees this guy, sees this guy as a victim. Like, when you got low self-esteem, just violate AJ.
I hate that. How can you, who can't fight, see me get beat up by someone who can fight, and now you think that you can beat me up, but you can beat up him?
That's not the case in Andre Ward's case, though. Andre Ward genuinely sees something in AJ that he feels like he can win.
You said it was bants a second ago.
No, but obviously, if we're taking it at face
would
value,
Andre Ward beat Dubois in a boxing match?
No chance.
Okay, so when you see me get twisted up by Dubois, that shouldn't give you no confidence because you couldn't beat Dubois. So where are you getting this confidence from?
I have no idea.
Do you see what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. Man, I've got artificial MGO. Do you know what I'm saying? Artificial E number confidence.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Man, need Dr. Sebi.
Where
are you man getting this artificial confidence from? Do you know what I'm saying? Man, need to be
GMO,
vegan. That's it, the GMO confidence.
Literally,
that's
bro.
Mad, bro.
Facts.
That Don Charles Jr. confidence, bro. You know what I'm saying? For no reason.
It's mad. Man, them are just out here just with the what's it called? Beyond meat. Beyond confidence.
Beyond confidence, bro. Big bad thing, bro. That Stella McCartney vegan confidence, bro.
Literally.
100%.
Hey.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andre Ward, though.
Andre Ward's a great. Like Andre Ward could, if they sparred for bants, Andre Ward could dance around AJ and box his head off. Especially like a prime Andre Ward could dance around AJ and box his head off like Crawford could dance around and box Canelo's head off for 12 rounds till it got boring. But just like if Canelo were to crack Crawford in his jaw, if AJ were to crack Ward in his face, it's a long day. It's a long day. We've come a long way from when AJ dropped Ngannou in the first round. Remember that? Like AJ's on top of the world. AJ's life is wild.
One fight since
AJ's life is wild, you know. He's either hero or zero. There's no in between. Man, give Femi no grace.
No grace. It's either you're a bum or you're
either great or a bum.
Literally.
And that's it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually crazy. That's why I just felt like it's disrespectful.
Of course it's disrespectful.
The call out, man just woke up and said, I think I can beat up AJ. Like, why not? He's not a current world champion.
I genuinely feel like he didn't even.
He's just not even on the internet. He ain't even doing nothing.
Literally,
he didn't do nothing to
I
upset
just feel like AJ's just a victim now.
It's not even like AJ said, the UK's got better rappers than the US. And man, like, nah, there's just I can't even find.
This guy didn't even do nothing.
I can't find the source of this beef. It's like trying to find the Epstein list. I can't find it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Who can I say he's the equivalent of? Who's just an everyday victim?
Swarms.
Nah, Swarms ain't an everyday victim. I mean, like, social media wise, every day just getting buoyed off.
Academics.
Yeah, facts,
Boxing's
bro.
Academics.
Literally just getting violated for nothing, bro. This guy wasn't even involved. I wasn't even involved, fam.
That's mad. Man said boxing's Bonnie Blue, you know. That's a
Literally.
madness. But yeah, there you go. Boxing for the week. This Sunday. Well, this Friday, the Premier League starts.
Facts.
Saturday, big Premier League day. And then Sunday, we may be live for the Manchester United-Arsenal game. Check the channel to see if we are live, because tomorrow I might have tickets to actually go to the game. If I don't get the tickets, I'll be live. If I do get the tickets, I won't be live because I'll be there.
But we'll be live between that anyway. We'll be
we'll be live anyway. I'll let you not know Saturday. And I'm going to go live on Friday for the first game of the season. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, road to 5K. You know what it is already. Manchester United-Arsenal. Historic game.
Very.
The face of the Premier League, I dare say, still in this era.
I still,
that fixture.
From a fan base perspective, 100%.
That fixture, yeah.
For the neutrals, it's the best game to watch in terms of watching the fan base meltdown. And for the fan base, I feel like, specifically if you grew up in London, Arsenal and United's fan base. In fact, not even in London. Our fan base is just out and out, just there. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. AFTV are going to be laughing. Regardless. Whether they win or lose.
They're gonna,
it's going to be laughing regardless.
They're going to be,
it's going to be laughing regardless.
Robbie's laughing regardless.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You know? Shout out to them, man. How do you see this game? How do you see this game going?
Huh? Sorry. Because you... Sorry. I just thought of something in my head.
You're not a serious
I thought of.
What, if I'm up there?
No, I thought of something else. The return, innit? The return of the Mac. Go on.
Yeah. I thought if I was up there, I'd get a fan cam.
No, you probably won't still.
Fair enough.
Not after what you done.
I was going to try. I'll try if I'm up there.
Boy.
You know what I'm like. I'll try.
Let's ask. AFTV, would you ever have Nick back on the channel?
Why would you say that?
I'm going to ask.
All right, fair enough.
What's wrong with asking?
Fair enough.
Hopefully they would. He shouldn't. He ain't done nothing wrong.
The season's going to start. We'll see. I might get the call up.
Hopefully.
We'll see. How do you see the game going?
I ain't watched much of you lot's games. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So I can't say.
Our games have been a bit experimental. I don't know that there's too much to take into what we'll do at Manchester United. Obviously, the big difference, two big differences. We have Gyökeres, who will probably start up top.
Yeah.
We have Zubimendi in the midfield. Zubimendi looks very tidy. He almost looks like, I'm not going to say our Bruno because he's not as creative as Bruno.
Bruno isn't as tidy though. Bruno's very creative.
Yeah.
But I feel like
he's like, where Rice is like a good solid DM, he's like a better Jorginho, Zubimendi. He's like a younger, fitter, maybe not better in terms of Jorginho is very technical, but Jorginho had no physicality, no pace, no tackle. Zubimendi just constantly, he's not flying into challenges like a Matic, but almost like a Fred or a McTominay, just getting like little niggling tackles, that last little touch. I feel like with Rice and Zubimendi is a good protection. We're going to see Wanyeri in the 10 a lot more this season.
I think when you ask me how I think the game's going to go, I feel like you have to just look at how we played this season. We played against...
This pre-season?
No.
Last season.
Last season.
Yeah.
We played against you 3 times. And they were still, even though you are a much better team than us, they were still relatively competitive because I just think the rivalry is there. Like, what we saw from United in certain games last season wasn't down to just lack of ability. It was just down to lack of motivation for what
nothing to play for.
Yeah. This season, I would say there's no excuse for Ruben, and I feel like what we've seen is not only the stubbornness, but he's like, yeah, I'm standing on this system, this is the way I'm gonna play, and I feel like there is no speculation anymore. We now know what's definitely gonna happen. You have no excuses. So when you ask me how I think the game's gonna go, I feel it will be a very close game. I don't think anyone's gonna win this game within the first 45 minutes.
Is Xerxes staying or is he going?
I know we're trying to get rid of him, but I don't know.
Because there's a lot of new attackers. You got Xerxes last year. You got Hearn the year before. And then this year you brought in 3... We had a big argument about this on my boy Stag. In my opinion, 3 strikers. My boy's saying Bomo is kind of a winger, but he plays up top. Cunha is probably going to play in the 10. Not really a striker. To me, Cunha is a striker. But you brought in more strikers again.
But we got rid of some.
Mbeumo, I'd say, is replacing Rashford. Garnacho's going.
We got rid of Anthony. We got rid of Sancho as well.
But these are all quite, apart from Mbeumo, these guys are all quite central. Obviously, you've got Højlund, plays centrally.
Yeah.
You've got Cunha, plays centrally.
He's not. Well, no. This is the thing. That's what So I'm glad you brought up, because if you watch the way he's playing,
Was he doing that diamond thing?
He's doing that diamond thing.
Cunha and Seško will be the kind of 2.
Yeah, and then Cunha and then Mbeumo are the 2, and Seško would be the 1. But what he's also done is he's actually flirted with the false 9, because in the last game he played Mount false 9. And he's played Bruno in the false 9.
Cunha is good in the false 9.
What I'm worried about, and this is probably what I'll be most worried about, is the double pivot.
I still feel like I said at the end of last season, you've got no legs in midfield. That pivot of Casemiro, who I think's been playing well, Bruno, maybe Mount.
It's now Bruno and Ugarte. That's the double pivot. That's where I'm worried. I know we want Belabor from Brighton, but as it currently stands, that's where you lot would win the battle, because I'm like, defensively we've actually been quite tidy.
Yeah.
Maguire, obviously, you like Maguire. The 2 fullbacks have been really good, and then Euro and Delict, I actually think are quite tidy on the ball. They're actually quite clean. So we have a definite goalkeeper problem as well. But in terms of like where I see as a big problem, you got Zubimendi, you got Rice. You got, if Odegaard plays, you got Odegaard, and then I don't know who he plays up front. If Moreno plays up front, I know he played Moreno up front in one of the games, and if he plays in a false 9, it potentially could be 4v2.
Yeah.
And one of those 2 being Bruno, who's going to be further forward.
We've got Havertz coming off the bench, and we know he loves Havertz.
If that's 4, at some stages in this game, it might be 4v1.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because once you beat that initial press...
That's what I'm confident about. I'm confident about beating the press. We look really tidy in terms of pressing.
I mean, you got some of the most press-resistant players. Yeah. Salah was really good on the ball. Sometimes overconfident, but he's really good on the ball. You've got I don't know. I presume you're going to be playing.
We've got White or
Rice
Timber. We've got White or Timber. We've got Miles Lewis-Skelly, Timber,
No,
and
but
Miles.
I mean, who's going to be playing? Who's going to be the
Probably
sixth?
Rice and Zubimendi. So
Okay,
I
cool.
think Zubimendi in the 6, Rice in the 8.
Okay, cool.
Both quite press resistant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm like, once you beat that initial press,
Especially if we're trying to press us with players like Dorgu, Bruno.
The press is going to be the front three. The front three is going to press heavy because and I don't even actually think Mbeumo was going to start. I don't think Mbeumo was going to start. I don't think Sesko's going to start neither.
Maybe not Sesko because it's just been done, but I imagine Sesko being a starter.
I think Cunha's going to start.
Yeah, for sure.
Cunha's going to start.
Yeah.
And Bruno's going to start. To be honest with you...
I think by Christmas, Sesko's being bought in to be a starter. It just might be a bit soon. He hasn't had any preseason minutes. By Christmas, he'll be a starter.
And maybe before Christmas, maybe of course.
You don't bring in a player like Benjamin Sesko.
And when you have such dead strikers already, it's not like we got Højlund who's banging.
I'm excited to see Arsenal have a striker that can occupy space, that's physically dominant. One of the weaker sides.
I don't think Gyökeres is gonna bang as much as you guys think.
When you say bang, I don't think he's going to score as many goals as Arsenal fans think, but I do think that his space and his physicality of occupying defenders will allow the rest of the players around him to be good.
He's got Saka, who's a great player. But when I look at how you guys play, I actually almost feel like what you actually do need, I still feel like you're lacking a bit of creativity to serve Gyökeres.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like what you've done is...
That's why we're looking at Eze.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like what you've done is you've created the talisman to score goals, but you actually haven't... It's like cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've almost slayed the table, but you ain't even put nothing on the stove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't even put nothing on the stove. And I'm like...
I think for me, if he gets 15 to 20 goals this season, all comps, I'm happy with that. And I'll say that here. Do you know what I mean? In the Prem, I want to see more than between 10 and 15 goals, but I think that he will bring a lot of other people into play.
But I feel like where you lot struggled last season with the low blocks and breaking down the low blocks and the sideways passing, I literally feel like...
He doesn't solve that problem.
He doesn't solve that problem. He gives you a focal point. I
think he might do, because what we're seeing more is Saka punch. He can pin a defender where Havertz couldn't. Havertz also been in the gym, looked much stronger. Still not technically better, but much stronger.
But have you seen Gyökeres' hold up play?
It's not the best, but it doesn't matter.
I think Benjamin Sesko would have actually been better in terms of his hold up.
We heard that's who Arteta wanted, and the director of football wanted Gyökeres. So
Gyökeres is a goal scorer, and he's gonna run onto goal and he will score goals. But I'm like, when you look play, when the majority of the games,
I've seen him do some of the hold up play, and for Arsenal, the ball's very fluid, so he doesn't have to. It's not like Drogba or Diego Costa. You're not going to play it into him, and he's actually going to hold the ball for 5-10 seconds and he literally Saka's popping the ball into his feet, and he's popping it straight off first time into an Ødegaard, into a Rice, into a Zubimendi, popping it back to Saka. He's doing it first time, and that he can do. We were very fluid. We are killers when we play at pace. Do you know what I mean? When we play too slow, that's when we're in problems. Okay. So I think that we can play at pace, and I think that you guys will look to press, and I think you're going to be looking for crosses into some of the big men. I'm a little bit... I feel much more confident about us if we had Gabriel back. He's not going to be back for the beginning of the season.
I feel like let's get into predictions. Let's get into predictions. What do you think the score's going to be?
Arsenal 3-1.
Nah, you ain't scoring 3 goals against us. No chance. Not at OT. If you man said 3-1. I'm going to back United 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm going to back United 2-1. Yeah. But you ain't scoring 3 goals against United. Unless our goalkeeper... That's the problem. We got a shit keeper.
I did think that.
We got a shit keeper, so that's the only thing. And
he tends to get rattled by occasions.
Bro, I don't even know who he's going with, bro. Bayard there or flipping... No. Whoever we're going for, bro, it's looking painful right now.
Yeah. Who do you think has had the better transfer window?
I don't even think it's close. I think our transfer window has been significantly better than yours. I feel like when you look at where we had problems last season and who we brought in guarantees you haven't. Cunha and Mbeumo are Premier League proven people who scored goals. Mm-hmm. Premier League proven. You brought in my man from Chelsea, Medwakey. I don't think he improves your team at all. and then you brought in Gyökeres, who can improve your team, but it's a question mark. Zubimendi, is he better than Partey? That's the question. Is Zubimendi better than Partey?
He's not a Partey replacement, though. I think he's more of a Jorginho replacement.
So who's replacing Partey?
Yeah, I guess he's going to replace... I guess Partey was a starter.
Yeah, I'm saying...
He's more the Jorginho
Yeah, but
style.
who's replacing Partey? Like, when you started the transfer window, United would have looked at, okay, Rashford's going, Sancho's going,
to be fair, when we started the transfer window, we didn't know that we might not have known Partey was going.
Oh, boy.
We might not have known he was going. That might not have been part of the plan.
That's true still.
So,
that's true. But I think we've answered more questions than you have.
I think
if you get Eze...
But you had more questions to answer.
Facts.
You guys finished 15th or something, 16th.
Yeah, 15th.
Do you know what I'm saying? So for us, we finished second. We didn't have as many questions to be answered. One of the first things is we need someone that can score goals. We've got that. Yes, his hold-up play isn't the best. Yes, he's not the best in the air.
You've got someone who can score goals.
But he did score a header. He scored a brilliant header.
But it's not guaranteed.
I don't think in the Premier League, I don't think anything's guaranteed. But I understand what you're saying. You've got Premier League proven does mean something. We've seen people sign players from the Premier League proven category, and it's not.
But look at United. We've seen United spend big boy money on players from foreign leagues, and they flop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, when was the last time we bought someone who was Premier League proven?
Harry Maguire.
And Harry Maguire is one of the first starters on our frigging team right now.
Oh, your fans want him gone. You've tried to ship him out every summer for the last 2 years.
Not this summer.
Not this summer, but the last two.
Last season he was one of our best players.
I agree. I've said this to you since I've known you, that Harry Maguire is one of your best centre backs. But people wanted him gone.
No, but that's you're correct in that. Like, I just feel like if you get Eze, then I'm like, cool. Eze tips the balance, because I feel like
our midfield doesn't have progressive ball carriers. Rice can do it from deep, but like Rice is a good ball player.
That is a mad pause.
Zubimendi's a good ball player. Ødegaard's a good ball player. But when Ødegaard stands there with the ball and looks up and sees Lenny Euro in front of him, one-on-one, he's going to look for a pass either side. He's going to look for a shot, Ødegaard. Yeah. But Eze, one-on-one, is going to look at him and run at him. He's going to run at him. Do you know what I mean? And we need a bit of both. I think that's why Madueke's come in, actually. Do you know what I mean? He's not necessarily better as an overall player than Martinelli. He's not necessarily better as an overall player than Trossard. I think he will play on the left. But I think that he is someone that's come in to almost do a bit like what Doku does at Man City, where, again, I don't think he's necessarily better than Martinelli, but he's more direct.
He's going to give you something,
We need a direct winger and someone that can come in and do something different. And it's a shame that that's not going to be Reiss Nelson. The manager doesn't seem to rate him for whatever reason. But it looks like we're looking to move out Trossard. Madueke's in, and Madueke will cover both wings, and we want Eze to come in. I think Eze will also play a little bit on the wing and a little bit in the middle, depending, because we know the manager's been very clear that Nwaneri will play more central in the 10.
And I feel like when you look at the gap bridging, because this is going to get to the next point, when you talk about transfers, did Arsenal bridge the gap between themselves and Liverpool?
Well, Liverpool even extended the gap.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the big. When you analyze a transfer window, you also have to analyze
people are saying Arsenal have to win the league, and I agree. Arteta needs to win some type of silverware. No excuses.
I don't think you have to win the league. You have to win a trophy.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I just said. But I think that if you look at that City team at the moment, that Liverpool team at the moment, and then you look at the fact that they're probably bringing in Isak as well.
Yeah,
you've got to make them the favourites.
Bro, that's why I feel like
make them the favourites. It's not as practical to say Arsenal has to win. It's just not.
Nah, I think Arsenal have to win a trophy.
100%.
I think like there's no excuse for Arsenal winning a trophy.
I agree.
I just feel like Liverpool are a better team than you. And if you want to say it's down to Arteta or whatever, but Liverpool are a better team than you. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like amongst your fan base, there isn't like a general consensus of what is acceptable this season.
No.
I know you got some people that want Arteta gone now, and I know some people that want but I feel
wanting Arteta gone now is the language of idiots. No, but I'm saying, like, it's just like I'm saying there probably are some people that would want him gone now. Do you know what I'm saying? Or want him gone in the summer or whatever. Yeah. But it's a lot of our best players, I have a firm belief, and I have no data to back this up, the Sakas, the Salibas, some of these players are still at the club partly because of the relationship they have with Arteta, and that there are intangibles to sports and sports teams. And with all the statistics, everyone gets into the tangible numbers of stuff. But some of the intangibles are, you lose that manager. We lost Arsene Wenger 5 seasons before. There's a lot of players that we lose. There's a lot of, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of players that came to play for Arsene Wenger.
Spurs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the relationships he had built with those players when he couldn't buy no one for a few seasons, he built that bond with those players.
Yeah.
The moment like Poch goes, you know, you start to see the Kanes leave, the Ericssons leave, Dele Alli leave. You know what I'm saying? You start to see that team that you built just
Alderweireld and and
all of those players gone, and you might be right about that. But I do feel you're under Arteta's under pressure though.
100%.
I do feel he's under serious pressure.
100%. I think the thing is, well, like, he spends a decent amount of money, but the reality is that City just outspend him. City will always outspend him. City themselves don't come under a lot of scrutiny. They bought Jack Grealish for 100 million. He did have the season when they won the treble, although he didn't play a significant part in that. And 2 seasons later, 3 seasons later, whatever it is, 2 seasons later, they've shipped him off to Everton. Do you know what I mean?
Which I think is mad.
Doku, you know, Savinho, they got him last summer. They're looking to move him on to Spurs potentially. Like, they just got unlimited conveyor belt of players before they can find the right fit. And we in that sense,
where do you think you finish the season?
We've got to finish in the top 3.
Top 3? No, I don't. I think you have to challenge for the league.
I think so as well.
You have to challenge.
I think challenging for the league could finish in the top 3. Jaron, I could see it being that close. I can see 90, 89, 88 points.
What do you see the top 4 being? It's tough.
Maybe Liverpool, Arsenal, and 1 and 2, City, and maybe Chelsea.
I think Chelsea got a good chance of finishing top 4.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea got a good chance of finishing top 4.
Yeah.
That would be my top 4 as well.
Yeah.
And
obviously, I hope it's Arsenal winning it rather than Liverpool. But if Liverpool go and get Isak, I mean, Mo Salah didn't look great.
They didn't even need Isak.
Mo Salah didn't look great, and his penalty was awful. But Mo Salah, we know throughout the season, his output is ridiculous. Isak up top is almost a guarantee.
And
outside
it's a
of
Premier
Haaland,
League winning team.
He's almost
it's a Premier League winning team.
Then you've got Ekitike, who looks great. Then you've got Cody Gakpo coming off the bench.
No, but I'm talking about, like, you look at that, it's a Premier League winning team. They already know how to win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Liverpool are going to win the league again.
Yeah. I mean, it's like City won the league and then got Haaland. Do you know what I'm saying? You've already won, and then you've added another peak attacker to this situation.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look at where the weaknesses might be. You know, they've got...
I mean, they still need a centre-back. Apparently, they're trying to get, what's it called, isn't it? They're trying to get my man from Crystal Palace. Guy.
Oh, Mark Guehi. Yeah.
I mean, that's probably one weakness. I still think I'm not a massive fan of Robertson now.
But they got Kirkers from Bournemouth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Flip.
Yeah. They've done loads. They've got Frimpong.
Days, I forgot about Frimpong right back. I forgot they got Kirkers left back. Oh my days. Yep. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is long, fam.
Yeah.
Their midfield was already stacked as well.
Yeah.
This is long.
Yeah.
This is flipping long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the golden age to be a Liverpool fan. What about you lot? Your prediction for where you guys finish in the season?
What's going to benefit us 1 day a week, innit? 1 day a week, we only got 1 game a week. So that's going to benefit us. When you think about a system that's trying to build momentum and you don't, like, you got a bag of teams that on paper United are better than. You know what I'm saying? And I genuinely feel like this season, you're probably going to see... You think about the players like Cunha and Mbeumo. Those players would have struggled if we were playing Champions League football. They're playing the same players that they played last season.
Yeah.
They're against the same teams.
Yeah.
So I feel like... I think we will challenge up to a certain point for top 4, but we'll probably finish in the top 6. Maybe top 7. I'll take top 7, top 6 finish.
Do you think you get top 6?
I feel like
give me your top 6. Let's do that.
I feel like Newcastle's losing Isak. So if Newcastle lose Isak and they got Champions League football, I think they're gonna struggle. Nottingham Forest aren't gonna be the same team they were last season. So that's also another thing. So we're gonna be competing with the likes of Spurs. We're gonna be competing with the likes of Aston Villa. We're gonna be competing with Newcastle still.
Maybe Palace.
Brighton. I don't think Palace.
Brighton,
Chelsea.
Forest.
No, I think Forest are going to drop off. Because Forest are playing in Europe, no? They're playing in Europa League, innit? Yeah. So they're going to be... They got a thin squad for 2 days a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Brighton's playing Conference League this season, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so they're playing 2 games a week as well. They got a thin squad for 2 games a week. So I feel like we're going to be... I think...
Is Højlund staying as well?
I know we're trying to get rid of him, but he probably will end up staying. So I think it's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea.
You want to say United 5th? But...
It's gonna be between, I think, Spurs or United 5th or 6th.
So 5th and 6th, those two.
Or maybe Newcastle.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we're gonna finish 5th. I feel we finish 5th.
From 15th to 5th.
Yeah.
You guys need goals because last year you only scored 44 goals.
And we just added 30. We just added 30 Premier League goals.
In theory.
We just added 30 Premier League goals.
Yeah. In theory, yeah. I get you.
So
only one team above you scored less goals.
That's what I'm saying.
That was Everton.
That's what I'm saying. Like we need goals. We just signed 3 attackers. So when you say, "Oh, why did we sign 3 attackers?" We didn't score any goals last season.
So you think you're going to score 74 goals this year?
No, I don't.
You
think
said
so.
you signed 30 goals.
You added
30 goals. So last year's 44, and then you've added 30. So 74 goals.
Maybe slightly less, but but I definitely know we've added goals to our team.
Yeah.
Even if it's an extra 20 goals. I think between Cunha and Mbeumo, we're going to get at least 25 goals.
Yeah. Let's see. It's all going off anyway. Onlyfacts Sports Podcast. Know what it is. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Whyte versus Itauma coming up this weekend. We're going to be live on Saturday. So make
How
sure
long was
you're
this
locked
live?
in for that. For this, how long was what live?
This live.
This show?
Yeah.
I don't know, like an hour and 10. You can check. Man United versus Arsenal. Who's going to win on Sunday? We're either going to be live or we'll be at the game. I'll be at the game. Amrin versus Arteta. Who's finishing higher and who's getting sacked first? That is the question. Jaron Ennis, what do you think about his warm-up fight? A little bit of a lackluster Uisa Lima. Never heard of him. And is this good preparation for the Virgil Ortiz fight, which is the one we all want to see? And what is next for AJ? Is it Jake Paul? Is it Andre Ward? Does he look at Daniel Dubois' food now? Does he get some confidence from Daniel Dubois losing to Usyk? Is there a blueprint to beat him? Who knows? Do you know what I'm saying? But like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're out. Peace and love every time. You know what it is.